Okay, we're live again. Oh dear. Oh. Okay, now is this the one? No, that's not it. Uh, I can't find it. Oh, there you are. I'm back. Oh dear. I'll tell you what happened in a minute. Okay. I can't find it. Ugh. Was that it? Aha! I found it. Give me 1 minute. I'm so pathetic. Wait till I tell you what happened. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Give me 1 second. Let me just go back into face crap. Hot. Very hot. Let me go to my channel. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm having a technical crappy moment, which is normal for me. Okay. Now, I have a laptop that has a little thing you push across to hide the camera. And when I started the previous live stream that I just deleted, is because I didn't know this. I'm thinking that the camera's broken. So I stopped the live stream. And then I figured out that it actually had a little thing at the top to pull across the camera. Sorry. Sorry. I'm so technically challenged. I'm a technical toddler. I'm a newborn in technology. There you go. Oh my God. Okay, I have a few things to talk about today. And they're all good. I think. Depends which way you look at them, I suppose. Anyway, let's go through the hellos. Hello from Gold Coast. Oh, Gold Coast. It's nice up there. That beach is beautiful. It's very nice. I like the Gold Coast. How's Mum? Okay, now this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. I have spent with my mum the morning in the emergency department. Again. Mum, for the second time, has had what appears to be a very significant stroke. She has the symptoms: slurred speech, the drooping face, all of it. CT scan, bloods, MRI, ECG, EKG, ultrasounds, plus any other Gs that you can think of. Nothing. Nada. Not a single thing can they find wrong with Mum, except a type 2 diabetes. That's it. And that would not cause it. So the neurosurgeon that she had last time said, well, the scans are exactly the same, the bloods are exactly the same. Do they want to stay or do they want to go home? We're like, we want to go home. So we did. We spent 2.5 hours in emergency, found absolutely nothing. Mum recovered on her own, as she did last time. I was like, what the hell is going on? Now, some people say, why you talk about med beds? Why can't you? Because the med beds are not available yet. That's why. I wish they were. Trust me, I've tried to contact everybody. But no, they're not available yet. That's why my mum can't get in the med bed yet, because they're not available. Okay? So I don't get special privileges. Mum doesn't get special privileges. They're not available. People are chosen, and we are not one of the chosen ones. So, yeah, that puts a stop to that. Even one of our beautiful admins, Silver Brumby, had to go through abdominal surgery and excruciating pain. She couldn't get a med bed. We had a beautiful humanitarian which looked after South African groups pass away on Tuesday. She couldn't get a med bed. So it's they're not available yet. And if they, not yet. When the notifications for redemption appointments are released, that's when the beds will be available to the humanitarians. Okay. And then the public a few weeks later. So I wish it was different. I really do. Sorry, the wind blowing my water. I really wish it was different. So many people, while we were sitting there in emergency, a lady came in having a heart attack. Okay, she had all the emergency scans, the whole team, everything. Her heart's fine, but clearly she was having quite a significant heart attack. No, nothing wrong with her heart. Her heartbeat, everything was normal. Gentleman came in with severe abdominal pain. Nothing there. Really? It's like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh, all these really terrifying medical things. The triage nurse, the doctors, they're like, don't know what's happening. You could blame the COVID vaccine, but my mum is not jabbed and has not been anywhere near anyone who has been jabbed. God. Oh, bloody hell. Anyway, mum is absolutely fine. And even while she was having these stroke-like symptoms, she was better on her feet. She actually had more balance while she was having these symptoms, going to the bathroom and walking than what she normally does. It's like, what the hell? Anyway, that's my morning. Had to cancel a class and drama. But we're settled now. Stress less. Okay. Dear. Yes, if you're wondering why you can see me now, it's because I did not realize my laptop actually had a little thing at the top of the camera. If you move it across, it blacks it out. I've been putting sticky tape, like black racing tape and band-aids across it because I didn't know it had that. It's, yeah. Anyway, that's me being stupid. Okay. Yeah, now we can see you. Oh, dear. Now my toe is itchy. Oh, God. Yes, I will be talking about my meditation. That's one of the things I want to talk about. Okay, so you guys know that I personally don't like meditation. Just because when I meditate, I'm bored stupid. Most of the time, like 9 out of 10 meditations is boring as batshit. And honestly, I can think of way better things to do, more constructive things to do. I'd even rather play a game on my phone than sit through a meditation. So I don't like them. When I'm asked specifically to do them, then I will do them. And last night was one of those times. So I'm like, ugh. And they said to me, don't wait until you're sleepy before you go to bed to meditate. Meditate while you're fully awake because you will need to be. I'm like, right, yeah, they must be planning something. So I went into the bathroom, sat down on the toilet seat and closed my eyes. Well, that's when I knew that everything was about to happen. My energy was just yanked out of my body with great force. I'm like, oh, finally something's actually happening. Finally I get to do something. And I found myself standing at the top of a cliff. Well, on top of a mountain. Not a cliff, on a mountain. And I could see the whole, as far as the eye could see, miles and miles and miles of mountains. And then this guy suddenly appeared next to me. And he said, you can see a long way, can't you? I said, yeah, look, it's beautiful. I can see so far. And he said, take a step forward 100 meters, walk forward 100 meters. So I did. And he said, look, now you can see 100 meters more. I went, well, yeah. So take another 100 meters, go forward another 100 meters. I did. Now you can see another 100 meters further in the distance. And I turned and looked at him, and he said, "You see, but you see nothing." And I went, we're talking about third eye here, aren't we? And he said, "Precisely." And he said, "What you see with your physical eyes is nothing more than an illusion." I said, "It's a very beautiful illusion." And he said, "It is." And he said, "Now see with your true eye." I went, "Okay." Next thing, all the mountains were still there. However, everything looked blurry, fuzzy, almost like when you got 3D glasses on, or you're watching a 3D movie without the glasses, how it's a bit blurry. And he said, "What do you think it is?" And I said, "This is the dimensions, looking through the multiple dimensions. They're almost like side by side." And he said, "Pick one. What do you want to see? What do you want to experience? Pick one." So I picked one. And he said, "You found one?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Now focus on it, but don't focus here. Focus here. Focus on that dimension from here, on that experience, not dimension, on that particular experience from here." I said, "How do you do that?" And he said, "Imagine your eyes going back, turning around and looking back through your head, through your throat, into your heart, and look at the experience that you want to look at. So turn your eyes around, look through your body, down through your body and through your heart." He said, "That's the best way to begin. Focus through your heart." I said, "Okay." And he said, "Now keep that focus and imagine you're there." And he said, "Allow the frequency of your heart to match the vibrational frequency of that experience in that dimension." And I went, About 15 seconds later, I was there in that dimension with those people. Like I'm sitting here right now. It felt real, like 100% real. And he appeared next to me again, and he said, "Well done." And he said, "You just opened a portal and time traveled." Literally. He said, "That's how simple it is." He said, "You just did that in meditation, and it is that simple." He said, "Because you need to be able to open portals and time travel with your physical self," he said, "it takes a bit more practice. And to open portals, you can be 3D. If you are third density, meaning your physical body is in third density, then you need to be at least 9 or 10 dimensional consciousness in order to open a portal and time travel without the use of technology." And he said, if your physical body is fourth density, then you need to be 7 or 8 dimensional consciousness. So the higher the density comes with naturally higher consciousness, but they're the levels that he's talking about. And I said, "Okay." I said, "We're here. We're having this experience. Now how do we get back?" And he said, "The same way you come here. Focus your mind." Oh, pardon me, I just had chocolate before I started this, and then a whole lot of water. Focus your mind on where you were and what you were doing and where you want to go. Focus through your heart, and then allow your heart frequency to match the vibrational frequency of that particular time and space. Simple. And then I returned. And he said, "It is so simple. It's all about frequency, and it all works through the heart." And he said, there are blocks on certain planets, certain realms, certain civilizations that they cannot open portals and they cannot time travel because the collective of that planet or of that realm or whatever is not at a conscious level where they can be responsible enough to open portals and time travel themselves. Basically, they're still children. You don't want to let them run free in the alcohol store if they're 13 or 14-year-old kids. They're not responsible enough to handle doing that. So, and they also said that this is how they travel from planet to planet in spaceships. They connect the ship vibrationally to the time and place, to the vibration of the time and place where they actually want to go. Same with the realm. And they said when you're learning, you usually end up between realms, between planets, between dimensions. And he said it takes a hell of a lot of practice. It takes a high level of consciousness, high level of focus, high level of controlling your frequency to be able to do this. Physically, you can open up portals and everything vibrationally, in meditation and all that, but to actually go physically from one place to another, it's a whole nother ballgame. And I said, but the Secret Space Program uses technology to portal. And they said, yes, because they are not at that level yet. And then he said, we're not teaching you anything. We're just activating your memory. I went, aha, makes sense. Okay. So that was my meditation last night. Now, one thing which they have been, when I say they, I'm talking galactics, drumming into me for the last 72 hours, like non-stop. You need to aim for 12D, 12th dimensional consciousness, minimum of 10D. They wouldn't tell me why. They just keep on saying it. You need to be in 10D. And I'm like, okay, I will do my best. They're like, no, you need to. You need to meditate 10, 12, 15 times a day. Just 5 to 10 minutes each time. Raising your frequency, going more in your heart, lifting yourself up, accessing higher consciousness. They wouldn't tell me why. And then when Mum had her, whatever you want to call it, I thought, oh, and they've been saying, trust the flow of your life. Trust the flow of your life. That's all they've been saying. 10D, Kerry, 10D, Kerry, 10D. Every time I go to expose, that's why I haven't done anything in the scam groups. Every time I go to comment on the scam group, they're like, no, don't look at it, stay off it. 10D, 10D. And I'm like, 4. They won't tell me. I thought it had something to do with what Mum went through this morning. Higher vibration, you can handle it more, you don't drop into fear, panic, all of that. As soon as we got home, Kerry, 10D. Go meditate, 10D. Stuffed if I know what's happening. I don't know. Now, one thing which I wasn't going to tell you, which I feel it's my duty to tell you, okay? And they're looking at me like, but I'm going to tell you. The quantum computer in the redemption appointment that will be scanning your frequency to determine the amount of humanitarian funds that you will be offered is not only to scan your heart frequency for the humanitarian funds, it's also to scan your overall frequency. Now, if you meet a certain minimal frequency, automatically your name will be added to a list on the military database. Nobody adds it, it's automatic. This is the list of people that automatically are ready for full 5D New Earth, meaning space travel, meaning as educators, meaning all the other kind of stuff. That will also be put into or be offered a very special type of education, which is extremely advanced. I feel after, and I've asked them so many times, what does the 10D mean? They still won't tell me. My feeling is it has something to do with this list. If you are aiming to be 12D, you can't go wrong. If you're aiming to be 5D, you're still aiming below the bar. Okay. And I'm not just talking about humanitarian funds or 5D New Earth, if in the whole spiritual consciousness world, if you're aiming for just 5D, then you're aiming below bar. If you are aiming for 12D, then you might get to 5D and then you're enough. Okay, so always set your goals a lot higher than they actually need to be. And then it's a win-win situation. Okay, if you're only setting your bar to 5D, you'll probably be 4D. Okay, so just a bit of advice: if you're going to set your goals for anything, set them much higher, and then you can actually achieve them. Okay, because if you set them low, you're going to be low. Alrighty, set them high, and then you'll be higher than when you originally wanted to be. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's out of the way. When are you going to Venus? I don't know. I won't be given any notice. I'll just come and say, hey, it's time to go to work. And I'll go, oh, okay. So, could be in a week, could be in a couple of months. I have no idea. It's just whenever they're ready. Yes, it was dark at my place. I did not know laptops had a little thing you slide across to close the window on the camera. I didn't know that. I've just been putting tape across it so nobody can, hack into it and see what I'm doing. I didn't know that. Got to keep me away from computers, I tell you. Dealing with consciousness and horses is so much easier. Oh, technology. Terrible. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, let's have a look. Hello from Outback, Australia. Ooh, Kerry from Outback, Australia. Hello, Kerry. Oh, that sounds weird saying hello to your own name, don't you think? You meet someone that has the same name as you, don't you think that sounds weird? It's very weird. Oh, dear. I know it sounds cruel, but you should video what is happening so the doctors can see exactly what happened. They saw. Mum was still in full stroke-like right in front of their eyes. And she recovered right in front of their eyes, literally like that. They saw it all. They were doing an ECG as she recovered. And she had the doctor and the neurosurgeon standing right there because they called for the whole stroke team like they did last time. So everybody come. Everybody come. The radiologist came, the neurosurgeon came, the registrar was there. They all saw. I just stood back and go, see, this is what she does. Anyway. Wolverine said the medbeds will be out next week for humanitarians. Only if the redemption appointment notifications are released. Okay, let's say redemption appointment notifications come at 5 p.m. and it's now 20 to 5. Okay, let's just say in 20 minutes time redemption appointment notifications come. Everybody gets on booking their appointment, hello, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Humanitarians, medbeds, if you are in desperate need, can have their medbed procedure before they have their redemption appointment, if they're in desperate need. Okay. If not, when you book your redemption appointment, you may get a phone number to book a medbed appointment. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't get the medbed phone number when you book for your redemption appointment, you will get it either at your redemption appointment or immediately after. It'll probably even be in your text message or something like that before you even leave the redemption center. Okay, and then you book. So you can literally say 5 p.m. It's almost 5 p.m. now. So let's say notifications come out at 5 p.m. Everybody is closed for the afternoon. Those in desperate need, let's just use my mum because she's the topic of the day, conveniently. She might be able to go in at 8 p.m. tonight and have her medbed procedure. While I book my redemption appointment for 8 a.m. tomorrow. Okay? So for those in need, desperately for medbeds, the humanitarians, you may be able to book your medbed before your redemption appointment. And this goes for immediate family members that you take care of, like myself. I'm my mum's carer. Now, when you, as the carer, go with your family member who is desperate for the medbeds, they most probably save you coming back again, will do your medbed at the same time if it's more convenient that way. Okay, they've always said they're going to be quite strict. They're not. Okay, they're not going to be that strict. If they have time, they will add you in. If not, then you come back. Okay, so don't stress. Now, when you book your medbed appointment, you can also book any healing appointments for your pets. Now, remember, each person and each animal will need their own appointment. Okay, their own appointment. You don't book an appointment for 2 dogs and then turn up with 5. Okay, each animal will have their own appointment. All right, really important. Remember, this is a medical procedure. No, mum's not having TIAs. She's had CTs, MRIs, everything. They can't find any trace of any blockage, any nothing. There's no trace of anything. They said that her CT today was better than her last one. Go figure. So I mentioned TIAs and they said there's nothing on the scan. Literally, there's no sign of any kind of medical issue whatsoever. Yet here she is in front of us having one. They're just as stumped as what everybody else is, including me. So I put it down, it has to be vibrational or energetic or something, because there's literally nothing. Anyway. My mother kept having little strokes. She would pass out, had a little more paralysis that slowly reversed for a bit. Yeah. I wish that they found something, because then we could actually treat it. We would know what it is. But one of the Galactics said to me this afternoon when I got back, they said next time, if she has it again, which I highly doubt because there isn't enough time, don't worry taking her to hospital, because it's very clear there's nothing happening there. It's just the symptoms, and they are resolving on its own. Why go to hospital when they can't find anything? They can't treat her for anything. If they can't find anything, what are they going to do? Exactly what they did today. Give her a scan, give her an ECG, EKG, and ECG, give her bloods, and say, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay here for observation where we just feed you and do your blood pressure, or do you want to go home and enjoy life? Go home. So, anyway, I'm having surgery January 30th. Ovary removal and hernia. Maybe not. Wolverine is telling people something different, that the medbeds will be available and people can start making appointments by December 1. He's referring to humanitarians. The public will be a few weeks after redemption appointment notifications. Okay. What was that? Okay, so humanitarians get it when notifications for redemption appointments come out. The public will get it a few weeks after redemption appointment notifications. How many weeks? I don't know. I don't think they know yet. Okay. Remember, all of this is just an ongoing changing the plan to suit the plan, to suit the events. Okay. Nothing set in stone. All right, but we know from Nazara Jasara, medbeds are part of the redemption appointments, part of the humanitarians. Okay, so just be aware of that. When Wolvies talks about they'll be available this week or whatever, he's referring for humanitarians. Okay, those who receive humanitarian funding. How long do we need to wait for the medbeds? This is ridiculous. You got to ask the redemption people pulling the strings about that. You're not black now. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Could these symptoms be the energy shifts we're going through? I put it down to that. While I was there, a lady came in with a heart attack. She had the full team, working on her heart, all scans and everything. They all stopped. Her heart was fine, but she was very clearly having the symptoms of a heart attack. Her heart was fine, nothing going on. All they gave her was painkillers for the pain. We can't do anything else because there's nothing happening. Also, a man came in with severe abdominal pain. Straight to CT, found nothing. Nothing. And then another man came with a pus-filled leg, which was going to require surgery. And yuck, we won't go into that one. And there was also a guy in handcuffs with a very cute police officer, by the way. 5 ambulances rolled in. Again, a couple of very nice police officers. Ambulance people, paramedics. Some medical personnel are actually very good looking. Pity it's not like that in the horse world. Anyway, not to my liking, but yes, all good. So I didn't mind window shopping in the emergency department today. Window shopping was quite fruitful. Moving on. Is it possible our bodies are healing faster watching ticks that hubby got? I thought they were burying themselves, but not sure. He didn't cover them to suffocate, then toss them out. Could be. Could be your body recovering quicker. Catherine Frederick, my birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday. What will we see? Hopefully you will see the outside of your eyelids, meaning you'll open your eyes and take another breath because the world is wonderful exactly as it is. Also, I've been told. No, it is. It is. So happy birthday. The camera thing is often called a shutter. Well, there you go. You learn something every day. Thank you for that. The shutter for the camera. I didn't realize my laptop had one. You see, here's the tape I've been putting over it, not knowing there was a cover. So embarrassing. Anyway, sorry you had a fright about your mum. Very glad she got better on her own. Thank you. Yes. It is bloody terrifying. When I meditate, I go off world. I used to do 2 hours of meditation twice, an hour in the morning and an hour at night. I did that for 2 years, every single day, no matter what. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I would go so many places. I would practice sword fighting with Thor, and I would go on missions with Odin, and absolutely loved my meditations. And then they just got boring and they got hard, and then I'd be put into challenges. I would be walking through the forest and I would have a massive draconian come up, or what looked like a draconian come up behind me and rip my head off and eat me. And then, what the hell? And then I'd go back into the meditation and the same thing would happen. And it was all a challenge to see how I would respond. What would I do differently? I've had the Men in Black come into my meditations. I've had so much crap. I've been thrown off cliffs multiple times, time and time and time again. What are you going to do? How are you going to handle it? I've had my head shot, shot in the head. I've seen my mum die, being eaten by a lion. It's just, so I stopped meditating for a while because it was either nothing, or I'd get very sleepy and almost fall off the seat, or it was just not worth it. The challenges. Who wants to go into a nice meditation to raise your frequency to watch your mum being eaten by a lion? Like, ugh. So I didn't meditate for quite a while. Anyway, I'm beginning to enjoy them again, and I think it's because I'm about to level up, meaning more intense. Like my whole spiritual development is more intense. And I feel that because they kind of had left me alone for a while, and now they've come back with a vengeance. And it's like, time to go to work. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, take my mum to the hospital, check out the eye candy, see what's available and what's not. Okay, don't make me blush. Let's see. Is the 8-person medbed list still applicable for the humanitarians? I believe so. I haven't been told any different. Now, remember, if you are going to nominate 8 people, make sure they can keep a secret and make sure they're okay to sign an NDA and make sure that they can take care of themselves after. Okay, because if you have somebody, say a 60-year-old that's in a wheelchair, go and have their med bed when they're actually working, they can't go back to their job. All of a sudden, they're miraculously walking. Okay, so make sure that they can actually have a plan. They do have a plan for the aftercare. Okay, and I have been told that every person who goes through the medbed, either before the redemption appointment or as part of the 8, will get up to $10,000 to take home with them. This is to buy new clothes, to pay for accommodation, that kind of thing. This 10 grand for humanitarians, if you have your medbed appointment before your redemption appointment, that 10 grand is then taken off your exchange, something like that. Okay. But that's what I've been told. Whether or not that will happen, I don't know, but that's what I've been told. Either way, if you need help financially or with accommodation or anything like that, tell them. Or travel or anything, just tell them and they'll help you. Okay. Where are we? What is 10D or 12D? Would 12 be complete light being walking with God creator? So Venusians, which I am, when we talk about things, and this is where I differ from Bashar a little bit. Okay, he talks into 5D. Venusians talk up to 12D. So 12D consciousness is you. Um, if you're in the 12th dimensional consciousness, then you are basically completely connected back to source, meaning you have full access to everything, meaning you can control, you can get into people's minds, you can split your consciousness into multiple and be completely aware of all the different lifetimes you're living. You can so much, like you can control matter with your mind. This is where you can grow spaceships from your own consciousness. Literally, no technology needed. You can literally grow a spaceship simply from using your mind. It's cool. It's really cool. I've had the honor of experiencing that multiple times, only for short periods, like a few minutes each time, but it felt like hours. You feel like you are in control of every single thing in existence. You are nothing but pure love and joy. And I remember Seth was talking to my mum once, and mum was talking about how she fell out of love with her first husband. And he said, "You didn't fall out of love. You were never in love in the first place." And she said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "No human on earth in the third dimension has ever experienced true love." And he said, "You experience an infatuation, a vibration that mimics love, but is never true love." And he said, "Not one person on earth has ever experienced true love." True love is creation itself. It is feeling everything. It is knowing everything. It's being in control of everything. It is creation itself. And he said, no 3D human has ever felt that. It, the love you have is just mimicking true love when it's not. So 12D, 12th dimensional consciousness, is true love. It is creation itself. You can still be in a physical body when you're in the 12th dimensional consciousness, because it is the highest level of consciousness that you can have, let alone in a physical body. Now, to constantly be in 12D, you need to be, your physical self needs to be 6th density, which is the highest of the physical levels. Okay, so right now our body's a 3rd density moving into 4th density, and our consciousness is mostly, generally speaking, 3D moving into 5D. Now remember, 4D is a transition period. Okay, so most people are in probably 4D. Alrighty, so hot paramedics coming to you. We have a lot of paramedics and police come to the motel. Of course we do. Of course. You may find me peeking through the curtains when certain officers and paramedics roll up. That's where you'll usually find me. Or sitting out here pretending I'm doing a video. Or taking the dogs outside to the toilet. Nothing wrong with a bit of perving. Why not? I've always got a thing for men in uniforms. Why not? So yes. You got a new man. I ain't got any man. That's one of the things of being in a genetic program. You can't have your genetic material touched by anybody. I should have become a nun. Would have been so easy for me, except the religion part. Anyway, your vibration affects those around you. Still do the regular stuff for your mum, like taking her to hospital when she's in crisis. Yes, but I think taking mum to hospital is not going to achieve anything. I rushed her there today and it achieved nothing. Except we know there's nothing physically wrong with her. Bring the med beds, please. Please. Does type of Zim currency matter? Years, types. I'm not into this RV stuff. I just listen to Mark Z and Wolverine. When they say it's go, I'm like, I'm there. I think it's 2008, 2009. I don't know. Maybe somebody else in the chat can answer that. But I've been told that any Zim will be honored if you have the right frequency and did not obtain the Zim by deception or knowing that it's fake. Okay, so if you know it's fake and you're still going to exchange it anyway, then you're probably not going to get anything for it. It's your heart. True heart people don't fake it. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm not the RV person. When will we get to meet Kara on your YouTube? I don't know. Whenever we do the swap. Don't know. You and technology is like oil and water. Yeah, we don't mix. Give me a bridle, a saddle, and a horse. I'm there. Give me technology. Ain't gonna happen. The only reason I got a computer in the very first place years ago is because all my competition entries went from paper to online. And then I was forced to look at getting a computer. Otherwise, I couldn't enter my horse competitions. Yeah, here we are. There. By being higher density, you automatically become aware of other dimensions. Not necessarily. You need the consciousness. So your physical body can be very low density, but you can be pretty high in consciousness, because physical life is about the mind. It's not about the physical body. The higher the density of your physical self, then the more spiritual abilities you have, the more physical abilities and physical life you can have. But it's all about the mind. I used to say physical life is 90% mental and 10% physical. Well, it's not. It is 100% mental, 100%, not even 1% physical. The physical just allows you to have the mental experience. So it is 100% mental. Uh, where are you? So now that you know how to go travel, where have you gone? Please share your travels. I ain't gone anywhere. I just had that experience last night. Honestly, I've been far too busy this morning preparing for my class and then cancelling my class and then ending up in emergency with my mum, window shopping of the paramedics and the cute nurses, the cute police. I've been, my eyes have been looking elsewhere. Not my third eye, but my physical eyes have been very occupied. I'm old and handicapped. Is there some place I can go to learn? How can I meditate? Um, have a look online on YouTube. Type in meditation. Plenty of meditation, guided meditation videos. Plenty. They will walk you through all of it. Okay. Are they calling your mum's condition a TIA? No, they're not calling it anything because they can't find anything. They don't know what to call it. She's got the symptoms, she's got everything, but there's nothing there. So they're not calling it anything. They're calling it undiagnosed. So, uh, I had the same thing 2 months ago. They found nothing. I was going in and out of stroke. Yeah, exactly. It's just weird. Thank you so very much for this valuable information on aiming higher in frequency. Good to know. I will keep aiming as high as possible, sending healing energy for your mum. Thank you. My husband was looking at the new movies on Voodoo. He looked at the movie Afraid. I know that I've watched it already, but on neither of our Voodoo accounts, we've never bought, entered, nor went to the movies. Okay? Uh, I believe your mum is getting upgrades. She's getting something. It has to be energetic, it has to be vibrational because there's nothing physical. The surgeon, the radiologist, the doctor, they can't find anything. And last time she had the whole neurology team from quite a major hospital. So it's not as though she's in a little country hospital, it's quite a major one. They found nothing. And I believe the surgeon even consulted with some other surgeon from a trauma center, a specialist, a like real specialist, professor of neurosurgery in New South Wales or something like that. Can't find nothing. There's nothing there. So must be energetic. Has to be. Flash news tomorrow. Reset, revalue, release. Yeah, I heard that the dinar was going on the forex tomorrow, but I don't know what that tomorrow was because I don't know when it was actually posted. Is it like in a few hours? Is it in 24 hours? I don't know. But it doesn't matter. Tomorrow is literally a few hours. Maybe 24, maybe 2. I don't know. So, yeah. And what else? The Iranian rial and the dong. I was going to say bong then, the dong. And something else went. I'm not sure what else went, but I think there was 3, something like that. Currencies that went. Do you know anything more on soothing drinks, anesthetics for troubled autistic kids before treatment? Unfortunately, I don't. I just know that there will be, I mean, all the medbed people are trained for that kind of thing, but there will be specialist teams that can go out to your house and do whatever they think. Yeah, I think it was Venezuela something. or are they the dong? See, I told you, I don't know much about this RV stuff. I just listen to Wolverine and Mark Z, and I go, okay, no news for me. Turn off and continue my day. So I wouldn't know what end is which when it comes to the RV. Yes, I do get some RV intel from my guys, but it makes no sense to me. I've usually got to ask one of my um, admins, what's this mean? What's that mean? So then I send it to Wolverine. Well, what's this mean? Is this anything? I was told that too. I don't know what it means, but that's what I was told too. So, yeah, and quite frankly, I'm not interested. I'm really not interested in the RV. I'm interested in notifications. I don't want to learn about the RV. I know that sounds really bad, but I have no interest in like the finances and things like that. All I know is I've got a bunch of things I want to do, and when that notification comes, it's time to celebrate. All the other little details, it just goes in one ear and out the other. It sounds really bad, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say, yes, I know, and I'm all. No, I'm not. Uh, let's see, where are we? Sometimes I feel high vibrational, and other times I feel low down. Is that all part of the ascension and shift? Yes. So when you feel high, that's you moving into more alignment with your natural state. When you feel low, that's when you're actually being taken down on purpose because there's something down there that you need to look at. So, say you're on a real high today and you feel all high vibrational, you feel great, and then tomorrow you wake up and you're in a really crappy mood. Why are you in a crappy mood? Have a look at what you feel, what you're feeling. Have a look at the beliefs that come up, that surface with those feelings. That's what you need to look at. Okay, so you're deliberately taken down to see what's there so that you can deal with it and heal it, and then you go back up again. Okay, so try not to judge yourself or be too hard on yourself when you have a low moment. You're meant to go low to see what's down there for you to deal with and heal. Okay. How long will the medbed consultation be? Can you request extra physical improvements as well as general healing? Okay, so how long they're gonna? From my belief, they will set 25 to 30 minutes, possibly 40. Now, when you ring up and book your appointment, they'll ask you, um, "What's wrong? Do you have any major medical conditions?" If you say no, I just want a general healing or change my body, you might be set 20 minutes. Okay. If you have someone with MS who is diabetic, I'm just pulling things out of the top of my head here. MS, diabetic, lost a leg in Afghanistan, um, had half their skull removed because of a aneurysm, um, has had a heart transplant, triple plus a triple bypass. You might be given 45 minutes. Okay, so, okay. It just depends on how severe you are. So for my mum, her appointment might talking to the medbed team with the scan. It might be 30 minutes. For me, it might be 15. All I got is a whole bunch of broken bones, some really bad joints. That's it. And I want to make a few changes on my body. 15, 20 minutes done. Too easy. Okay, so it all depends on you, and they will allocate the approximate time needed according to your condition. Okay. Can you request extra physical improvements as well as a general healing? So everybody will get a general healing. If you want to change your body in any way apart from a general healing, then you need to be higher vibrational. Okay, so the more changes you want and the more drastic those changes, the higher the vibration you need. And the reason is they don't want people to use the med beds in replace of plastic surgery. Okay, so they don't want people to become addicted to it, like they do with plastic surgery. They want people to, in order to get the changes that you want, You need to be able to love and accept who you are already. Okay. And the reason is, well, that you'd be saying, well, why have the changes in the first place? Well, because sometimes you just want to change. It doesn't mean you don't like a part of your body or a part of yourself. It just means you want to change. I would love to have brown hair. I've always had blonde. I tried dyeing my hair. I tried bleaching my hair. Paid hundreds of dollars at hairdressers, and it come out exactly the same. I would love to try brown hair. Not to run away from it, not to anything else. I just fun thing to do. So it's not as though I'm using the ability to change my body to run away from something that I don't like. I like my hair when it's long. I like it. It's shiny. It actually sparkles in the sun. It's got like these gold flecks, and when the sunlight hits it, it's like I've got glitter in my hair. It's really cool when it was long. But I would just simply like to change. No other reason than I can. So if you're wanting to make changes because you're unhappy with your body, that's what they don't want you to do. They want you to raise yourself in consciousness and be happy with your body, and then make the changes if you want to. Okay, so it's all about the consciousness. So people say, well, why bother changing if you're just going to be happy? Well, just because you can. Okay, and Archangel Sandalphon said to me, the body, the physical body, is the canvas for the creative. No, I have to get this right. The physical body is the canvas for the spirit's creativity, something like that. When he said it, it sounded really wise and really cool. It's something like that. So create, and the higher dimensionals, they change their appearance all the time. So much so that they don't even know what they originally look like anymore. They literally don't, because they change all the time. Sometimes got black hair, some brown hair, sometimes blonde hair. Sometimes they're 7 foot tall, sometimes they're 5 foot tall. Sometimes got big nose, sometimes small nose. All the time it's different. So yeah, the physical body is the canvas of the soul, something like that. The creative, I don't know. It's something like that. So yeah, people have different reasons. When I was discussing this with Archangel Sandalphon, I wanted to change my entire identity, my whole look, so that nobody would recognize me. No one would have a clue it's me unless you knew my frequency. And he said, why? And I said, because everywhere I go in the future, in this community, people are going to be thinking, did she really scam people? And he said, aha. He said, stop right there. He said, so you want to change your appearance to run away from something? And I said, no, it would just make me more comfortable. I could be myself. And he said, why do you care what other people think? I said, well, it's just uncomfortable knowing that people would, I pass them and they're thinking, did she really scam people? And he said, so you're worried about what other people think? And he said, you know you haven't. So why do you care what anybody else says? If you change your body and your whole appearance because of what's happened, then you're running away. You're not dealing with it. If you change your whole appearance because you're happy with yourself and you simply want to try something new and exciting and creativity, go for it. So it's not the fact of changing, it's why do you want the change in the first place? That's what they'll be looking at, okay? Because they can change you into a duck. Why do you want to change? Okay, that's the important thing. All righty. Why did the Galactics say there's not enough time when you were talking about your mum having another attack? They didn't say, but I assume, and this is my hope here, I assume they're saying the med beds will be released before she has another attack, if she has another attack. That's what I'm hoping they meant. And I asked, and he said, no need to discuss that. I went, okay. Let's see. So how do I go about to raise my vibration to 4 to reach 5D? Okay, everybody can do this, and you can do it right now. Let me have a drink first. That's the end of that. Okay, everybody can do it right now. So you can literally go outside, sit down, look at the grass. Just look at the grass. With your heart, look at the grass. Knowing that that grass is literally alive, just like you, is literally trying to get enough nutrients to grow healthy. Literally. The ant that walks past, the fly that lands in your ear or in your mouth, is literally spirit having an experience, trying to do the things that we're doing, trying to live a happy, healthy life, find food, find water, have a family, lay eggs, do whatever they do. Literally, that's all they're trying to do. The tree, right there. The tree right there. Every leaf is an extension of an incredible being, just like our hair is an extension. Every single thing that you see is alive or was once alive, trying to do the very thing that you are doing now. The very thing. My shoulders are completely shot today. I broke my right shoulder, and it's like that. Literally like that. I've had so many surgeries on my shoulder, it's not funny. Try to reconstruct it. And that's why I'm always like sitting sideways, because I'm literally like that. The bird that just flew past is you having another experience. When you see life, everything, even the car you drive, the parts, have come from the earth. Everything in existence, in creation, is just another experience. When you start thinking that way, that's when your heart chakra begins activating. That's when the heart frequency begins raising. That's when your frequency begins raising, and that's when you have access to more consciousness. Okay, so it starts with the tiny, tiny little things. When you take your dog for a walk or you walk into the shop, that ant you just trod on, you've just killed someone, literally. That fly you swat, literally, you've just killed someone, having an experience. When you go fishing, you take your kids fishing and enjoy fishing. Those fish with the hook through the roof of their mouth, you're literally torturing that animal. Literally. It's just us having another experience. It's source, it's creation, that's all that is. Start thinking in those ways, and your frequency will raise. Okay? That's when you have access to higher consciousness. Alrighty? That's when your heart will start to explode in a good way. Tape is still useful. There's a possibility of controlling your camera and possibly that slide thing from another location. They can't control tape. Yeah, I'm still going to use my trusty little tape. I couldn't find my tape before, so I used a Band-Aid, which wasn't great because it made the camera blurry. I've had to do a bit of work on it. But this tape was good. Nice and black. Can't see nothing. Prayer and sending love towards your mum's way. Oh, thank you. Don't know how true this is, but saw a video saying they have started treatments in US a month or so ago, treating high-end military and secret space program individuals and children who were trafficked. That is true, but it's not started a month ago. It's been going for a couple of years. Okay? It's just not available to the public all humanitarians as yet, which is soon to change. But some military, secret space program have been using the medbed since the 1950s. And the kids under the tunnels and the traffic kids, yeah, they've been. I remember being in the tunnels as a Venusian, helping to clean up and pull kids out of cages under Melbourne tunnels a couple of years ago. So, and they were using the beds for them, transporting them into military tents and then onto crafts that would take them to other places for the rest of their treatments. So, yeah, that is true. But it's not a month ago, it's a long time ago. Things are syncing more harmoniously lately after letting go of old thought restrictions that have held me back. Precisely. And will continue. Synchronicity will continue. How do you go from 5D to 9D? Oh, you don't go from 5 to 9, you go through the levels. But if you have a plan, a goal, you can spend less time in each level. So my focus at the moment is 12D to try and reach 10D consistently. Okay, consistently. I don't know what the plan is or why, but everything seems to be lining up. Even I went to ride my new horse yesterday. Well, she's not new anymore, is she? And that was at 9:45, and she was just being fed breakfast at 9:45. So I couldn't ride her. I'm not going to ride a horse that's hungry while others are being fed. It's not fair. So I turned around and come home. And then I just had this thing in my head, wash the car inside and out, make it perfect. Was that planned? I believe it was. And I believe it was planned because potentially I'm about to sell it in the next couple of days and I won't have time to wash it inside and out. So, because when those notifications come, I'll sell this car. It's got a few issues going on at the moment and it's expensive. So it will be sold once notifications come. Hello, new car. Thank you very much for keeping me safe, but it's time you blessed another family. So, yeah. Could you please give a birthday shout out to Beanie? Hello, happy birthday, Beanie. She takes her mum to the hospital, check out the eye candy. Why not? Why not? Got nothing else to look at. Certainly nothing around here to look at. So why not? I was a 7-foot tall blue skinny being fighting a draconian. I was with 5 others on a desert planet. Mars, it was terrible. Probably was Mars, actually. That's usually where they do what you would call gladiator games between humans and ETs and avatars. Yeah, let's take your consciousness, throw it in a clone body, and then have the elites bet on you to see who will win. And it is to the death. Those elites are sick. Sick bastards. They really are sick. It could be vibrational effect, but I suggest you always take your mum to the hospital if in any doubt. Yeah, I will. Plus, there is the potential of possible helping others, plus the bonus of eye candy. Yes. I have vertigo and dizziness. It's been a slow recovery. Is this part of the shift? Could be. Any physical symptom could be part of the shift, but always rule out something physical first because you just don't know. You just don't know. Let's see. Will they give us a new ID, passports, driver's license, Medicare card, etc.? I want to go with my sister looking for a farm. I believe they will. So the procedure, from what I've been told, it may be different from centre to centre. It just depends on, and country to country, it just depends on what they prefer. So how it's the basic. See, my shoulders is that's normal for me. Okay, so I don't have any spinal problem. It's my shoulders. Okay, I had 50 fractures in my scapula from a horse landing on top of me at 60 k's an hour. I've had my collarbone snap, and then went like that. Literally went like that and healed that way for 4 years. Then I've had it snapped again, pulled back out deliberately, and then had part of my hip, bone on my hip, taken off and put on to my collarbone. Plus, I've dislocated my shoulder several times, all from horse riding, and I'll do it again in a second, which I'm going to tomorrow. Okay, so that's why when I'm sitting like this, I'm completely lopsided. Okay, it's not my spine or the way I'm sitting. It's literally my shoulder is so damaged and so deformed from so many broken bones and dislocations and surgeries. Okay, so the process. So this is how the basic process has been explained to me. Now, for humanitarians and those who are urgent, okay, um, you go for your scan. You have your scan. Takes 45 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds. Then you go sit in the waiting room. Then the medbed team will call you. Okay, you go in just like a doctor's office. Okay, you go in. There's a quantum computer sitting there. It may be just the one person, or you may have two people, depending on the severity of your body. And they'll literally go through and told you what the scan picked up. If you want to know, I personally don't want to know. I don't care. I'm about to be healed. Why would I be looking backwards? I want to look forwards into health, not into poor health. So I don't care what. Yeah, I know most of my bones are broken and fractures everywhere and all kinds of different stuff. And then you say, okay, I would like this, I would like that, I'd like that. They'll tell you your vibrational frequency, if you're eligible to make any changes on your body and what you can do. Do you want any languages? Do you want any skills or anything? Again, any changes you want other than a general healing, you will need a higher vibrational frequency. So for the humanitarians and those who are desperate, the desperate ones, probably like those in a coma or something like that, they won't have a scan. They'll just go in and get a general healing done. Okay, they can come back later and figure things out when they're all okay mentally. So for humanitarians, basically same procedure, except you will go from your scan appointment, so your scan, in to talk to the team about what you want done. Then they'll take you to a different part of the building, okay, and that'll be like a waiting room. And then you go in to the waiting room. They'll come around with a little like glass iPad kind of thing, and they'll show you the final result, the picture and everything, and they'll ask you, do you want to make any changes? Are you happy with this? Whatever. You give your thumbprint or you sign off. I believe it's your thumbprint. That's what I've been told anyway. And then when they're ready for you, they will take you in. You'll lay on the bed. They'll do the procedure. Then they'll take you to the recovery area. Okay, now again, depending on what you had before, how big the procedure was, they may ask you to have something to eat and drink and go to the bathroom, something like that. Then they'll ask you to they'll take you to this other room, which would be like a shop where they have a whole bunch of different types of clothes and shoes, men and women, socks, underwear, all that kind of thing. And they'll ask you to pick out 3 sets of day clothes, 1 set of pajamas, and one pair of shoes in your new size. And then while they are being replicated, okay, they'll take you into another room. So once they're replicated, they'll put them in a bag, and then you go to the bathroom, you get changed. Then you go to another room, and this will be where all your documentation is done. If you need a new license, they'll give you one. If you need a new Medicare card, they'll give you one. This is where I believe you can also change your name. If you want to make a name change, you can change your name. And when you make that name change, that automatically changes on your quantum account, your QFS account. Okay, so you don't have to go to your bank and change it, or the QFS. It's all connected. Okay, something like that. And then you get your new documents and away you go. Now, I've also been told that we are supposed to have storms this afternoon, so I don't know how much longer I've got. Starting to, oh, over there it's getting pretty dark. Not that it looks it, but it's getting darker over there. I've also been told that at your medbed appointment is where you can take home a replicator, humanitarians, okay? Take home a replicator, a healing wand, and a little black box that is an internet box that connects up to 100 devices, phone, laptops, computers, iPads, TVs, that kind of thing, up to 100. And it does phone calls, anything. It has no black spots. It is 100% fast. And it's free. You never pay for internet or phone ever again. And that's the quantum internet. That's what I've been told. Now, there's no range, okay? You can be sitting in Sydney, Australia with that black box, and you will still be connected, 100% connected at the bottom of the Mariana Trench or on the top of Mount Everest. Okay, so yeah, okay, that's what I've been told. So I'm going to stick to what I've been told because it makes sense. At the redemption appointment, they're not going to have storage for replicators and things like that because the replicators are literally around the size of a large microwave. Okay, at the medbed centres, they will have storage for that. So that's where you'll be able to pick it up from. So yeah, okay. Okay, where are we? Imagine paramedics on Kerry's horses. I've got a thing for soldiers at the moment. Tell you what, there's a few of. I walked past a group of them the other day, and I'm like, oh my god. I used to, before COVID hit, Mum and I were house cleaners, and we used to clean a unit on Sydney Harbour that overlooked the Navy base, and I mean overlooked the Navy base. The veranda of the unit was about 20 meters away from where the ship was docked. It's like, oh my god. I would have cleaned that unit for free. It's like, shit. That's too much. Too much. USA humanitarian. How much money does the different med beds cost for small, medium, large, extra large centres? With Zim, we should be able to build plenty. Yeah, remember the med beds don't cost anything. Okay, as a humanitarian, you will not pay to buy a med bed. You can't buy a med bed. Okay. The centres is what you're building, paying for the land, building the buildings, paying for staff, that kind of thing. But there's no money involved in anything to do with medbeds. Okay, the humanitarian funds is literally to pay for the centre and the ongoing costs. So the medbeds, no, you won't pay the Alliance anything for medbeds. Remember that last time that the Galactic guys was at the hospital, they read your mum. Will they do that again? I don't know. I don't know why they were there. I think they were doing care for her. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that happens that I don't know and they won't say. There's a lot of hidden stuff. A lot of hidden stuff. Okay. I haven't been able to plan a humanitarian project due to chronic strokes and TIAs, traumatic brain injuries, and loss of vision. Will I still be considered public medbed treatment? If you go to a redemption appointment and you receive humanitarian funding, then you're a humanitarian, whether you have projects planned or not. Okay, a lot of people are not planning on doing projects. They don't want to do projects, but they want to fund or donate to projects. Okay, they're still a humanitarian. Okay. Could my daughter give birth in a med bed? No. Med beds are not birthing suites. Okay, there's other technology that are good for birthing. So basically, the technology for birthing is you've got this like mat that you put on any bed, any surface, on your bed at home or on a hospital bed or on a med bed. If you're on a med bed having a treatment and you go into labor, which will never happen, but just say you did, then all they have to do is roll you over, put you on this mat, and the the they have this little cube thing. I'm not entirely sure if it's like a round thing or a cube thing because I've never seen it. I've just been told about it. We never used that in the Secret Space program, where they put below the woman's chest or breast and above the baby, and as the baby makes its way down, this cube kind of relaxes the muscles and pushes the baby down. So all the woman feels is a little bit of pressure, and this cube and technology does it numbs, not numbs, but takes away any pain or anything, relaxes the mother's pelvic region, and it's painless. It's painless, no pain. Okay. But no, med beds are not to give birth. Okay. Will you be at Wolvie's party after RV? No. I would love to go, but to me, getting a whole bunch of very rich people in the same location at the same time is a buffet for criminals. It's like when they drain the oceans of fish in a major net. It's like, got yous all. I love Wolvie. I love you guys, but no way. No way. It's like, yeah, you gather all those people together in one place and all those criminals that follow those people. Yeah, no. Sorry. Mm-mm. No, I'm going to be getting some very much needed R&R to find myself. To be honest, I don't want to see another human for several months. And that's nothing against you guys. This last 4 years has been so hard living in this negative environment, mum going downhill, the scammers attacking my identity, people attacking me for God knows everything and anything. It's taken a huge toll on myself and my family. And we just want to get out on a farm where there's no one else around and just hibernate, just stay on the farm for several months, not do anything. So, yeah, I don't want to see anyone or anything for several months. So, yeah. Is this worldwide what you're sharing or starting in Australia? Yes, worldwide. New project for Kerry, rescued paramedics. Hey, it's not only me that has the eye candy. When the female paramedics come, usually my brother's helping them because he works here. Some of the women, I look at the look on my brother's face as I'm walking past, and he is red, like he is blushing big time. Why are paramedics so good looking? It must be a requirement when they apply at the academy or wherever, whatever they do. You must be good looking. It's just, same with military. It's like there must be a minimum requirement. You have to be on this scale. It's just crazy. Someone in my head just said, so if you're a paramedic or military, send Kerry a DM and get together. Don't do that. Yeah. I experienced universal consciousness a few weeks ago. It was a few minutes and so intense I could barely stand it. Yeah, it's hard, and you can barely stand it because your physical body is not at a density where you are able to withhold those energies for an extended period of time. So when you're third density or fourth density, you will have a third density, you will have a short amount of time in 12D because your body can't handle it, literally. And the higher the density, the more time you can spend up there. So yeah. Why did you cancel our class? My mum was rushed to hospital. Again, I put that in our class. I put that in the group. A friend of mine had a mild stroke 3 weeks ago and did not go to the hospital. Can he ask for the med bed before the RV? He can ask, but again, before the RV depends on his severity. So if he is like very, very old, very, very, very sick on his deathbed, extremely obese, wheelchair bound, and very sick, then yeah, I wouldn't ask for my med bed before the redemption appointment. Okay, I don't need it. I can wait a couple more days. Actually, I can wait a couple more, I want to say years, but my elbow is really, really bad. No way I can do my projects with my elbow. That ain't going to happen. But yeah, you can ask. No harm in asking. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. Have you heard of Darius Wright? He goes out of his body every night and trains people how to do it. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'll have a look. The RV looks like it's starting. Lots of really cool stuff going on. Yeah. And it's really interesting. My galactic team and guides have never asked me to go to 10D and stay there. And they have the last few days. And then this morning with my mum, I thought maybe those clouds are getting darker. Maybe it was to see, that I could handle another panic situation with my mum from a higher perspective. I still panicked a little bit, but I had a much cooler head. And they said to me later, they said, "Why did you panic?" I said, "It's my mum." They said, "Trust the flow of your life." I'm like, "I do." And they're like, "Well, if you really did, you wouldn't panic." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." But they've never asked me to go to a particular dimensional frequency and stay there. And that's all they've done the past 3-4 days. Kerry, 10D. Kerry, 10D. I wake up at 3 a.m. Kerry, 10D. Remember 10D. Work to get to 10D. You have to be in 10D. I'm like, so the little tiny things that's happened the past 4 days is all, feels like it's all coming together. And now with the information that Wolvie's put out, it feels like it's all coming together for notifications to actually be released. So it feels, my feelings being wrong all the whole time, just like everyone else's, but everything seems to be lining up for it to happen. So yeah. What platform is Wolvie on? The Chosen Ones on Telegram. Oh, Dong is Vietnamese, Venezuela, Bolivia. I thought it was something like that. Thank you, guys. Is it better to focus on a number of 10 to 12D or to just try and stay in your heart space? I wouldn't focus on any number. This is what's got me. I normally wouldn't focus on any number. Be present in the moment. I don't know what they mean, or I know what they mean, but I don't know why they're focusing on 10D. Aim for 12D, but be no less than 10D. I don't know. So I wouldn't focus on anything. So I don't know why I'm being told to. They have a reason, and I trust them for whatever that reason is. They are the ones ruling my life, and anyway, so they know what's going on, even if I don't. Uh, Free medbed treatment. Is there any cost for cleaning, etc.? Yeah, you know, wages, cleaning wages. Yeah, so it's not the med beds that need cleaning. but the room will need cleaning. So you're going to have cleaners, you're going to have caterers, you're going to have nurses, you're going to have doctors, you're going to have administration staff, you're going to have managers, you're going to have landscapers, you're going to have handyman, men and women, you're going to have transport people, you're going to have a whole bunch of people, kitchen staff, catering, you name it, you're going to have a whole bunch. That's what the humanitarian funds pay for, okay, is the running of the place and all of that. So, yeah. JP had a lot of blood tests when he had his medbed treatment. There was some information about finding any genetic hereditary factors so that his grandchildren don't inherit. I don't believe that for a second. I believe him, but it had nothing to do with the genetic factors. No, the medbed picks it up. No need for blood tests. I believe what he had is not a medbed that we're going to get. I believe he had a different technology that they're trialing, and the blood test is for information gathering. I believe he went through an experiment. He was a guinea pig. Because with the medbeds, you don't need blood tests. It all comes up on your scan. So he definitely did not have the same medbeds that we're going to have. Or maybe, just maybe, he is part of a genetic program like I am. So they want the bloods before and after. Or before or after. But it wasn't a regular medbed. Absolutely not. No needles. You will not have a needle unless you have gone absolute mental and has picked something up to kill someone. Even then, they have other technology to disarm you. So no needles at all. Okay, he did not have a regular medbed. All right. Let's see. Changes to the body, will they show you what it looks like first? Yes. That's what your scan appointment is for. You will sit there with the medbed person, and on the screen of the computer will have the image of your body. It's that image that they will almost Photoshop, okay, to however you want it, exactly as you want it. I'm going to have to finish soon. Those clouds are getting closer. And the wind has gotten cooler, so it's coming. So, yeah, that's what the scan appointment's for. Okay, now if you want to make any changes to your body, wear black underwear because it shows up easier and clearer, much better, on the screen when you Photoshop your body. Okay, if you don't want to change any part of your body, just wear regular underwear. Okay, that's it. Oh God, there's a lot of comments. I love your birds there in Australia. They're so verbal. Yeah, we've got two nests side by side on above two doors where the air conditioners are, of pigeons, and it's so hilarious. My brother saw a video on Facebook. Pigeons are are drones, and he kept saying, "Do you realize you've never seen a baby pigeon?" And I'm like, "Oh my God." This is a man who constantly tells me everything I say is bullshit. Now he's coming out with pigeons or drones because you never see a baby pigeon. I'm like, far out. Can you really be this daft? And I said to him, go to Google, type in baby pigeon. And he did. And you go, oh, that's because they look like an adult before they leave the nest. I'm like, exactly. All because some guy, YouTube it was, on a YouTube video said pigeons are drones because you never see a baby pigeon. Yet he doesn't believe in the medbeds. He doesn't believe in the RV. He doesn't believe in anything that he can't see. But he believes some guy that pigeons are drones because he said it on the internet. Honestly. He's lived with me for 44 years. And he's like, no, pigeons are drones because you've never seen a baby pigeon. I'm like, how can you be so stupid? Like, oh, God help us. God help us. Funny though. And when he found out, he goes, oh yeah. Now he's moved 3 pigeon nests with baby pigeons. And I said, see, told you they were drones. And he goes, shut up. Just shut up. Like, oh my God. Can female dog be spayed in medbed? Yes. So animal desexing can be done in a healing chamber or medbed, whatever's available. Horses and bulls castrated, yes. Okay. Even to the point, I believe, where you can have a stallion that still keeps his testosterone and his testicles without the stallion behavior. And I asked this specifically if they can do that because I want to rescue a whole bunch of bullfighting horses from Spain and I want to import them here to Australia. And I said, most of them are stallions. I don't want an entire property full of stallions with stallion behavior. And they said, what we can do, because I don't want to castrate them. Okay, when you castrate an older animal, they lose part of themselves. They lose their sense of identity. Okay, especially when it comes to horses and bulls and things like that. And they said, what we can do is we can disconnect the testosterone from the mind, that connection, okay, from the stallion to the mind. We can disconnect that while retaining the sense of self, while retaining the body image, because stallions, beautiful big neck, big, strong, solid horses, most of them anyway. But you can house them all together and they won't have any stallion behavior. They still have the physical sense and the mental sense without the corresponding behavior. And it's the same for all animals. So that's what I want to do. I want to do that because these horses will be older and I don't want them to lose a part of themselves. But also you don't want to have 40, 50 stallions all on the same, And a lot of people that work with horses are not comfortable around stallions because of the stallion behavior. And some of these horses are 18 hands high. So, yeah, I want them to keep themselves without the behavior. So, yes, animals can be desexed and castrated in a healing chamber. Absolutely. We need to meet your hilarious brother. He is funny. But if we did a video together, just talking shit, you have to cover your ears because he swears like a pig in mud. But it sounds funny. He's one of the people that when he swears, it's funny. It's not crude. It's not nasty like some people. It actually sounds funny. All I do is laugh at him when he swears, even when he's being mean. He just sounds stupid. And it is funny. Yeah, the wind is beginning to pick up. The storm is coming. What are we on now? 1 minute 40. Okay. Can you be healed and not want to have a menstrual cycle? Yes. Yes. Thank God. Women's dreams come true in one procedure. Yes. Just tell them you don't want your menstrual cycle. You can also request to not have any leg, groin, or armpit hair. Okay, so you never have to shave again. Okay. That's funny. That's the second time today I heard someone say birds are government drones. And he's talking about pigeons being drones because you never see a baby pigeon. And he said it to me for a year before I got the shits and said, bloody Google it. And then he did, and he goes, oh, Yeah. Uh, um, where are we? Can't fix stupid. Oh, I know. I know. Okay, if you wear depends, adult diapers or incontinence pads, that's absolutely fine. Okay, it's absolutely fine. You don't have to wear black underwear. It's strongly recommended to wear black underwear if you want to make any body changes. Okay, at the beginning, the black underwear was an intelligence consciousness test, which sadly many people failed. It was very funny. Um, but no, if you do want to make body changes, then black underwear is strongly recommended, not necessary, okay, but strongly recommended. I'll be wearing black underwear because I do want to make some body changes, okay? So, yeah, same with my mum. She's already got her black underwear ready because she wants to make some changes to her body as well. All right. When did I move to the country? I didn't. I didn't. This is very much in suburbs, but we do have some beautiful birds here. I don't know why. It's not a very park, it's not a place that has a lot of parks. Anyway, should animals be spayed or neutered? I wouldn't. I'm going to with my two dogs. They're both female and have that time of their month, and then have little droplets all over the place, including bed linen, and that's why I'm going to um, spay my two dogs, simply because it's their. Yeah. No one believes Wolverine's predictions anymore. That's like if you say that about Wolverine, you have to say that about everybody, I guess, because everyone's the same. Even I've given times and dates, and nothing's happened. When I feel it's 100% happening, I'm probably wrong this time. Most likely, I am. I hope I'm not. But everybody, all Intel providers have been wrong 100% of the time when it comes to timing. So if we're going to single one out, then we have to add everybody into that as well. And remember, Intel providers can only give the Intel that they receive. And mostly, by the time they receive it, the Intel has changed already again. Okay, so yeah. What is number of years in age reversal you can do for a dog? I don't believe they're going to do age regression for animals, except for oh, felt like someone just put something over my ear. Then my whole head went like a bell was just rung in my ear. Bloody hell, that was some pressure. I don't believe they're going to age regress animals except in specific circumstances, simply because you don't need to. If you have a 15-year-old dog and you do a general healing, they'll probably go back to a 5 or 6-year-old, healthy 5 or 6-year-old, which would then probably put them around a 2-year-old. So there's no need, literally no need. My horse is 30. A general healing would take him back to being a 10 or 12-year-old. So no need to regress. So military or medics have a high level of health. Oh, is that why they're so cute? Yeah, now it makes sense. So I've heard that medbeds will be introduced by the Galactic Federation and not the military, and they'll be introduced in 2025. No, they'll be introduced as military created technology. Okay, the Galactic Federation, how are they going to introduce it? They're going to come down and stand in front of your TV and say, "Hi, we're the Galactic Federation. Here's the medbeds." People will go, "Where's my gun? I'm going to shoot." Like, no, the Galactic Federation will not introduce the medbeds. Okay, they work with the military, and it will be introduced as military-created technology. Because people will trust that a lot more than the Galactics. Remember, most people think anything not from Earth is a demon. They're definitely not going to use the beds if the Galactics introduce them. They'll run straight for their gun. All right. I love Wolverine for all he has done and all who have given their time and all you do for us. Respect to Wolverine and all. Thank you. Yes, 100%. It's not easy being an intel provider. It's bloody hard. Especially with scammers and then people abusing you because they didn't research and all kinds of stuff. And then I've got PTSD from it that I've got to heal from it as well. Yeah, that's right. Wolvie is a messenger. Okay, he's a messenger. That's it. Will medbeds remove breast implants? Yes. Is your brother younger? No, he's 11 years older. Are the healing ones lime green? I don't know what color they are actually. I think they might be silver, grey. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them actually. I've just been told about them. They're very cool. You're the kind of crazy that makes sense. I like that. Daryl, people want to meet you. Not today. He is stressed today with the management here, the workplace pays that certain staff are getting and others not. Stressed, mum being in hospital today. He really thought she wasn't coming home again. He's stressed. He's normally a lot cheerier. That storm's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's full of leaves. See? Close your ears.
Tickets.
You just 751 people.
They're all fucking inbreds here.
He is a cutie patootie. Yeah, you guys are awesome. How much younger?
I know I shouldn't be swearing, but fuck that.
How much younger will a 60-year-old appear with a general healing? It depends on your level of health now. If you're extremely healthy now, a 60-year-old will probably appear as a 30-year-old or 35. Very unhealthy 60-year-old, probably 45, something like that. Yeah. Still like to know how to make contact for humanitarian projects. Well, do you want to do a project? Do you want to work in a project? Do you want to fund a project? It's different. So you need to be more specific. He's got your brown hair. Yeah. I'll show you the hair I want, actually. Let me get rid of this. Let me go to my gallery. I think I've got it on here. I should have. I saved all my photos from my other phone. Um, where are you? Oh, here. See if you can see that. It's like that beach kind of. Yeah, that's the kind of brown hair I want. That's kind of what. I'll go back here. Just started raining here in Camden. Okay, good. The more rain in Camden at the moment, the better. The paddocks definitely need it. Yeah, true blue Aussie right there. Ugh, he's terrible. He's so judgmental. He's a typical 3D, very judgmental. But at the same time, he has a lot of shit he has to deal with here. He struggles a lot. He really struggles a lot. You know, he does everything for everyone, and then they abuse him. He gets threatened. They even called housing and the police on him, and they accuse him of stealing things. Staff use the shit out of him, and it's just, yeah. It's not good. Oh, you want to nearly ready? Okay. All right. I'll do a couple more, and then yeah. You want to fund it. Okay. So first you need to have currencies. Okay. So Zim, dinar, dong, that kind of stuff. Preferably the Zim if you can only afford one. You need to have that. That will give you the humanitarian projects if you have a high enough frequency for that. And wait for notifications. They'll be posted everywhere. I got PTSD from the scammers myself, especially concerning this QFS matter. I got PTSD from all the hate and the death threats and the abuse from some of the messages I received. And the constant messages. Sometimes I received 20, 30 a day of threats going to kill me and all kinds of vile things, including torturing and cutting my brother's head off while forcing me to watch my mum being raped repeatedly. It just, and these are from humanitarians in the humanitarian community. What the hell? So yeah, I have some healing to do, and I'm doing it. I have a much better. The higher I vibrate, the more I'm able to deal with it. And I'm reminded very quickly the moment that I start dropping and getting triggered by a scammer. Someone sent me a scam page this morning, and I went on and I was typing in a comment, and they tapped me on the shoulder and said, "No, don't focus on that. You've already put out the warning. It's up to people what they choose to do with it." And I'm like, "Yeah," but they're like, "No, raise your frequency, 10D." And then once I sat there for a minute, I closed my eyes, I raised my frequency. It's like, now I got a different perspective. Now it's all good. We're right to go again. And then I got rid of it. So yeah, it's all good. How do you get sick people from hospital to the medbed as one of your aides? Tell the medbed team they're in hospital, and they'll come and get them. They'll come and get them. Okay. Those humanitarians will get zip. That's right. And some of them, I've been told, will even get arrested for death threats and all of that. So they'll have all their currencies removed from them, and they'll actually be arrested by military police. So for death threats and all, they have it all. They have it all. Even the so-called truthers bashing other truthers. That's a no-no. They have it all. So if you're somebody who likes to bash another truther or accuse another truther of something or something like that, good luck. That's all I can say, because that's not a humanitarian heart. They're looking for 5D people to be the leaders of the new earth, which is the humanitarians. And if you're bashing somebody else or calling them names or abusing them, or like, you get nothing. Nothing. How can anyone say something like that? That's disgusting. Oh, I would get 10, 20 of them a day. Once I got 100. And I went to bed that night wishing I was dead. Literally. Wishing I didn't wake up in the morning. Wishing I'd never been born. All because I trusted the Galactics to speak about my experiences and to keep me safe. Nope. So, will this be recorded? Yeah, you'll have access to it. Again, no problem. Will the healing wand be under the medbed in NDA? Want to know if we can use the healing wands on friends right away. I believe they will because it is quantum technology. It is medbed technology. It's medbed technology in your hand. So yes, I do believe it will be under NDA. Same with the replicator, be under NDA. How will a horse get to a healing chamber appointment? Do we bring it or do they pick it up? If you have a trailer, you take it yourself. Okay, if you don't, then the centre will send the transport out to pick it up. So, all right, I think I have to go. Possibly. Because that storm is coming. My dinner's nearly ready and I have to take the dogs to the toilet before the storm. It's just a dog, not my brother. Okay, so, yeah. All good. Okay. Time?
Yeah.
Okay, it's time.
I think dogs want to go.
Yeah, I'll take him out. Okay, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you so much. And sorry about the the misunderstanding between myself and my camera on my laptop at the beginning. I didn't know it did that.
What?
What? Okay, have a beautiful day and let's hope it happens soon. Alrighty. All right, take care, everyone. Okay, bye.